Hey you guys, how are you? So, when the more that we go into our spirituality, into our journey, of course, it's a process. So, um, with each individual thing that happens, it's like the pre and the post and in between, right? So, with further ado, um, with the full moon in Pisces, um, it was very different, very kind of unexpected on how this was going to unfold. So I did ask the higher realm, my higher self, um, and really, you know, like, hey, what was going on? What was it that we went through? And this is the information that they gave me, and I think that you guys can definitely relate to this, okay? And as I was doing this, it was 12/12, so yes, it was something that we had to overcome, okay? So how do we start? We start by never second guessing ourselves. This phase that we have experienced was an experiment on how well we listen to our bodies and soul. In this phase, we felt emotions that we were still carrying from childhood. The core wounds examples were fear of being left behind, victimization, worthiness, codependency. This phase was similar to the dark night of the soul. Very minimal guidance. You can say that you were the only one in the race and your spirit guides were at the finish line. So when you are left with yourself, you have to rely on yourself to pull through. Through this phase, you had questions, and the divine was the only one that was able to answer them for you. This phase took you to a breaking point of loss of faith, but redeeming yourself by surrendering to the divine. At that breaking point, you experienced the void. You went through this by the feeling of oneself, not so much of the mental space. It was this breaking point that you had to detach yourself of what you think it should be and let it be, surrendering to the eternal flame. Life after death. We get caught up in the life of non-existence that it causes us to spiral down and fall back to old ways of thinking. One question: are you limitless? The warrior in you fights for the ability to be limitless. At this time, you are encouraged to pay attention with your emotional body. You are understanding a new way to communicate with self. Remember, just because it doesn't make sense now doesn't mean it will not make sense. Try not to make it fit. All right. So that was the message that we got from our spirit guides, the higher realm, with our Arcturian family, Lemurian family, our Astral family. So it's just being able to really rely on yourself when you are left and you are the only one that has the light. Okay, you are holding the light. Okay, so if you like this, I appreciate a thumbs up, and you like, share, and subscribe. Also, you can follow me on TikTok and on Instagram, and you can be one of my listeners on my podcast. All right, you guys, namaste.